What's up, everyone? It is the Faces for Radio. I'm Rich, that's Rob, and we're back with a new episode of By the Numbers. So let's get into this, Rob. How have you been since our last episode?
Well, I've been good. Thanks. Thanks. How you been?
I've been good. It's a little under the weather. I kind of told you that before,
Oh yeah.
but I'm feeling a lot better.
Good. Good.
Just got a little cough, so if you hear me coughing, that's what it is. I'll try to mute my mic when I feel it coming on. Oh man. So we had five movies this week. We had Michael, Pizza Movie, Desert Warrior, Apex, and Mortal Kombat 2. My mind froze there. I was like, what was the fifth movie? Mortal Kombat 2. All these were interesting watches, to say the least. We watched them, we scored them. It's going to be interesting to see how they fall on the five, 1 through 5. This, I don't know. What do you think? Okay, overall, without going into detail, which movie? What were your thoughts on this crop of movie, these five movies?
Oh man, they're like, um, it's kind of like a assortment pack almost. Taste. Some of them like you. You're just shaking your head. And you're like, well, why was this even made?
I agree with that 100%. One of the movies I picked, well, actually, was the poll pick, and holy fuck, was that bad? Um, yeah, this was probably almost we're probably the weakest. Some of the movies are some of the weakest we've had so far. Um, on by the numbers. Um, if hold on before when you went to see Mortal Kombat 2, how was your theater experience?
I saw it on IMAX, and
How was the crowd?
they weren't. Yeah, they're pretty. Yeah, they're pretty active. Yeah, yeah.
Mine
It was
was
a
too,
pretty
which
good
caught me
crowd.
off guard. I didn't expect. I mean, there was people cheering. I went and saw it last night. It was last minute. I saw it at 9:30 show, and there was a lot more people in there than I thought there would be at 9:30, and they were very vocal, not in an annoying way, but like at the right time in the movie. There was
Right.
clapping, there was like, "Oh my gosh," kind of things. People like gasp, like gasp, like, "Oh shit, that was cool," kind of thing. Which I like that part of going to the movies is when
Right.
you have, you know, the reactions at the right time. I really dig that. But so you said yours was vocal too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, see, that's fun. I think my favorite experience was when Avengers Infinity. It had to be Infinity War. No, it was Endgame. It was Endgame when it came out. I watched it. The crowd was packed. It was like you could feel the fever of the anticipation in that theater, and then everybody was cheering when you heard on your left. The
Oh
crowd
yeah,
just.
yeah.
And I will never forget that experience. That was so much fun. Um, but yeah, I love going to the movie theaters and just hearing people's reactions. Before we get to our number 5 movie, let's hit the comments. We got what's up, Holland? How you doing?
Hey,
Thank you
Holland.
for being here with us tonight. Appreciate you. So, um, Rob, Rob. Oh, let me get that off here.
Oh
What?
right.
Okay. What do you think our number 5 movie is for this episode of By the Numbers?
You know what? Uh, Only one movie comes to mind. That's gonna be the pizza movie. That's what I'm saying.
And you were right, Rob. I'm going to let you start off with this. Give us your thoughts on this Hulu original movie. Before we hold on, before we do that, I always forget this. I want to read you the synopsis of it.
All right.
It's this is all according to IMDb.
Okay.
High college students face an unexpectedly epic journey when they must navigate two fights, two flights of stairs to retrieve their pizza delivery, turning a simple task into a surreal adventure. Oof. This movie. Okay, Rob, you take it away and you tell me what you thought of this masterpiece.
Well, I thought one of the worst movies I've seen was going to be Balls Up with Marky Mark. This one wins it so far. It was just, I thought it's going to give you a brain tumor if you're watching it. My God.
You're right. You're right.
First, it's kind of like, okay, it's okay. This is okay. I get setting it up. That's kind of little chuckles, but when they start taking all these hallucinations happen, it's like this over and over. And it's not funny. That's the thing.
No. There's nothing in this movie that is funny.
Shit, I wish they OD'd or something.
Yeah, they just fucking took the drugs and they OD'd. That's great. That should be on the movie poster. They should have OD'd. This movie had. Are you familiar with the movie Goldbergs or the TV show The Goldbergs?
Oh yeah.
Okay, it had the little kid from that grown up as the other guy in this with the Stranger Things kid, and I liked him in the Goldbergs. He is clearly a TV actor. He is not a theatrical actor. You could clearly tell he belongs on a sitcom. He is not a good actor. And I hate to say it, even the kid from the Stranger Things is not a good actor. I don't think. This movie is unfunny. It's terribly written. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to spoil this. This fucking, at the end where they're like breaking the fourth wall, and it's a writing. It's like, wait, what? No, there's nothing in the beginning of that movie that gives you breadcrumbs. You know how some movies will give you breadcrumbs?
Right.
There's nothing there. And it's like, oh, hey, wait a minute. This is actually a movie, like a movie in a movie. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm trying to say? Right.
Like Deadpool, breaks the fourth wall all the time.
Yeah. And I was like, this is fucking retarded. This is just stupid. Yeah, this is available on Hulu. Do not watch this. If you're going to watch this, if you want something entertaining, porn is more entertaining than the pizza movie, okay? This was terrible. Let's see what is there any other thoughts you want to say?
Yeah, it was a rough hour and 36 or 37 minutes. This felt like 3 hours.
Oh my God, you're right. It did. Because I remember I paused it to see how much time I had left. I was like, oh my God, there's still like 45 minutes left. They stretch that shit out, especially when they're cussing, when they couldn't curse.
Oh,
yeah, and they're exploding. Yeah, it's like, oh, come on, guys. You played that gag out way too long. IMDb gave this piece of shit a 5.9. And this is what blows my mind right here. Rotten Tomatoes, the critic score is 79%. It's like 70% high.
That is crazy.
And even the audience score is a 65. I'm going to pull up our notes here, because this is the pizza movie. I find it. Rob, the highest you gave this movie was a 3. And the highest I gave it was a 4. And that's because of the cast. I knew some of the cast. Rob, you gave this a total of a 30. I gave this.
Yeah, I was generous.
Yeah, you were way generous. I gave this an 18 for the Faces for Radio score of 24. This was a huge piece of shit. Dude, again, do not watch this. This was terrible. Like, whoever greenlit this movie really needs to be evaluated on their at their job, because this should have never been made. Terrible. Okay, that was our number 5 movie. Let's hit over here. Oh, Tiana. What's up, Tiana? How you doing?
Hi,
thank
Tiana.
You for being here tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Tiana's awesome. Holland saying hi to Tiana. Prince, man. How you doing?
Hey, Prince.
Pizza movie and a Snack Shack belong together. Never seen Snack Shack.
That was pretty good.
Is it? What's that about?
Yeah. It's about like these two guys, right? they're buddies, and they're trying to figure out what how to make extra money during the summer. So they one of the guys goes, "Hey man, um, well, why don't we get this shack going and sell you know snacks and beer." And they're underage, man. It's crazy. They're they're in their teens. They're selling beer and stuff.
Oh damn.
It was pretty crazy. It was pretty funny.
I'll have to keep that at the back of my mind because I've never heard of that. Okay, Rob. That was our number 5, and it was a piece of shit. Number 4, what do you think that could be?
I think it's gonna be Desert Warrior.
And you are 2 for 2, buddy.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go first on this.
All right.
I couldn't believe what I was watching. This was so boring. This was so predictable. I can't believe Sir Ben Kingsley was in this. But granted, he was only in it for like 2 blinks and he was out. This was very predictable. Paint by numbers. Anthony Mackie looked like he was bored out of his mind when he was. Normally, he's a solid actor. He's good as Captain America. He's good at everything I've seen him in outside of this. I haven't seen him in Twisted. Is it Twisted Metal he's in? I think.
Yeah,
I haven't
Twisted
watched
Metal,
that show.
Yeah. I haven't either.
But man, this was bad. This was very, like I said, predictable, boring. I ain't gonna lie. I think I snoozed a little bit when I was sitting watching this in the theater because the chairs are so relaxing. No, this is another piece of shit. What say you, Rob?
This was very it was very mid for me. And I think it's like the advertising is very false. It seems like Anthony Mackie, is the lead, but it's that female, I think, right?
Right. You're right. You're 100% right. But she ain't going to put butts in seats.
I'm like watching it like Ben Kingsley is probably smart as a cat. He got his 2 minutes and got paid. He got the hell out of there.
Like we were talking before the show, like I didn't know this was a fully funded Saudi Arabia
150
movie.
mil.
Yeah, $150 million. And like we said, it probably made $30. My ticket and your ticket.
Yeah. I heard opening weekend it made barely like 485K or something like that.
Oh man.
It didn't even break $1 million. And it's opening weekend.
That's terrible. This is This, if they were looking to start, if Saudi Arabia was looking to start something, they picked the wrong fucking movie to do it with. This was terrible. Let's see what IMDb says. IMDb gave it. I forgot. I did this. I forgot what they were. IMDb gave it a 3.8. Rotten Tomatoes critic score was 26. Audience. This is kind of weird. 60%. I mean, 60 out of 100 people like this. Oh, I mean, all film is subjective.
Yeah.
But I don't think we watched the same movie because this was a snooze fest. Rob, you gave this a 50. I gave it a 20. And the Faces for Radio score is a 35 for our number 4 movie. Man, hopefully the next 3 movies will be better than these last 2. So let's hit the comments. Prince says, see, Mr. Shellhan Rob gets the plot, Snack Shack. Yeah, I'm going to keep my mind out peeled for that.
Thanks. That was a good one.
Corey's here. Thank you, Corey, for being here. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. My fellow Iowan.
It has that actor from the Fablemans in there. That kid from the Fablemans.
The guy that's in Apex?
Oh no, in Snack Shack.
Oh.
One of the stars though. For
Oh, the
Zach Chirac.
Fable, like the Steven Spielberg movie Fablemans.
Yeah, remember that?
Oh, okay. I was thinking of the Kingsman. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that
Calling
one.
to say Corey. Oh man, I have that on 4K. I don't watch the 4K yet. I've had it for a couple of years. Oh man, now I want to watch that. Now that you said that.
Yeah, he's good in that too. Yeah.
Okay, here. Let's see. Oh wait, before we get there.
Let's see.
There's that. Oh, we said that one already. There we go. Okay, I almost called you Corey. Rob, what do you think our number 3 movie is tonight?
All right. Let's see if I can get the streak going here. I something tells me the crystal ball says Apex, perhaps.
You would be correct. Man, you're batting 1,000. You're 3 for 3. Apex. This was a Netflix original. And I'm going to read you I forgot to do it for Desert Warrior, but it should have just said a piece of shit.
Yeah.
The synopsis for Apex says, a mountain climber haunted by a fatal decision in Norway retreats to the Australian wilderness for isolation. Her journey turns into a desperate hunt when a deceptive local targets her as his next ritualistic prey in the bush. Okay, Rob, what are your thoughts on Apex?
You know, I thought it was pretty entertaining, but if you're watching it, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like you're watching a River Wild, a smidgen of a River Wild, a smidgen of Deliverance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. That's a good pull. That was a really good pull on Apex.
And this is almost your play by your color by numbers Netflix movie there.
Yeah.
Just relax, get some popcorn, get a drink, and it was okay. It was okay.
It was entertaining.
Kind of like War Machine. It was,
Yes, that's a great comparison. Another Netflix original that we both liked. I thought this started off great. Charlize Theron is amazing. That woman, I think she's a vampire too, because she's beautiful, doesn't age. What's his name? The other guy that's hunting her. What's his name?
Oh yeah, Taron. Edgerton, something like that.
Yes, the guy from Kingsman.
Egerton, yeah.
He does great in this. I think he kind of found his wheelhouse. Doing these kind of streaming movies, because he did that. He was in Tetris, that Tetris movie, which he was really good. Did you see that Tetris movie?
I haven't seen that. No.
He's really good in that. That's on Apple TV, I believe. And then he had that airport movie on Netflix, and then he had this.
Oh yeah, with Jason Bateman, huh? Right?
Yeah. Jason Bateman plays a bad guy, which I really liked. This started off great. The cat and mouse was nice at the beginning, and then there's issues I had with it. Kind of just ends. It's like, okay, we get to this point, and they didn't quite know how to wrap it up, and they just kind of end it. And that's the only. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen Apex, because I think it's worth watching, especially for a Netflix movie. They kind of hit a wall, no pun intended. And they didn't know quite how to wrap it up. And you know what I'm trying to say? Where they kind of hit that wall, and it just that's the only issue I really had. Because the acting performances were really good, especially again for a Netflix movie.
What else it reminds me of too is The Descent. Kind of.
Oh yeah,
I know it kind of reminds me of that too.
Yeah, because you got when she's climbing down into those ravines, and you get that dark creepiness, and then when he's in the killer's lair, I see what you're saying there. So you like this movie? I like this movie. Let's see what IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes say. IMDb gave it a 6.1. The critics on Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 66%. And the audience gave this a 48%, which is kind of surprising because the critics seem to like this. Rob, you gave this a 61. I scored it a little bit higher at a 72 for an average, the Faceless for Radio score of 66.5 for our number 3 movie of the night. So yeah, that one's much better than the last two. And see, like the Desert Warrior, that was very boring, very paint by numbers. And then you have this one compared, and it's very paint by numbers too, but they did it in a way that was entertaining and didn't put you to sleep. They had dynamic actors and actresses in this one.
I like the way it was shot, the landscape, you know.
Oh yeah, the cinematography was great.
Yeah, I gotta admit that. And you know what? Actor I haven't seen him. I wish he was in the movie a bit longer, but that's for story purpose. Eric Bana on the beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was honestly, I didn't think he. I seen like the first trailer, and I didn't know what was going on, and I thought he was gonna, like you said, be in there longer than what he was, because we don't want to spoil. Let's see, we got some comments here.
Oh, and then it reminds me of the beginning. Reminds me of Cliffhanger.
Oh yeah, it so does.
It's so see how it just takes all the tropes and mix it in the salad. That's what.
And they do it in an entertaining way.
Yeah, that's what you get in this movie, Apex. Yeah.
Yeah. Molly says some of these picks were not good at all, but I actually watched them all for once. Well, thank you for watching and being here. Yeah, those
thanks.
Number 5 and 4 picks sucked balls. They were terrible.
Yeah.
Prince says Aussie Taron Egerton is so attractively hot. Hey, he's a great actor. He's a nice looking dude. I'll say it.
How about him as the next? What about him as the next Bond?
Too short. I think he's too short. Too short.
Or a Bond villain.
Oh, I could see maybe a Bond villain if he's like goes like the crazy way like he's in this movie. June Tayo 79. Terrible at night.
Hey, you know, reminds me of, I'm not gonna buy any beef jerky from these places, man.
Right? That's pretty good. Molly says, I like Charlize Theron. Yeah, she's really good. She's such a great actress. I give it 4.5 stars. Love the scenery in this. Miss Cliffhanger role. Yeah. That's a great way to put it because Rob said that. Yeah. I'll give it an 88. Hey, that's pretty good. Okay, we're good there. Okay. So that was upper movie number 3, spot number 3. Okay, man, we got 2 movies left. What do you think number 2 is?
Well, we're gonna go for I say it's Mortal Kombat 2.
What if I told you? Hold on, I'm gonna spill this. You were right. Oh. Man, you're knocking it out of the park today, man. This was our number 2 movie. Rob, give me your thoughts on Mortal Kombat 2.
Well, you know, I you know what? I know a lot of people are saying the 2021 when it first came out, when we were introduced to this version of it. I like the first one too, you know, but
me too.
I guess they listened to us fans, and we got more gory fatalities and more of the tournament. But yeah, and you know, a lot of people are saying, you know, Cole Young, why was he introduced in the first movie? And you know, this one you don't see too much of him, but yeah, that's all I would say on that. I don't want to get spoilers, but I like the visuals and all that. I know a lot of people are saying, like, you know, this is like story wise very thin. It just kind of, I thought it went all over the place a little bit.
I agree.
And
100% agree.
And I like the fatalities and all that. And especially, I wish I saw more Liu Kang in it than.
Yeah.
You know, love Carl Urban, But you know what? It's another reversal. It, I feel like Katana had more screen time almost.
To be honest with you, I think she did. I really think she did. Without, I don't have an issue with that because I think if we got too much of Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, it might not. It might have got old really quick.
Yeah,
If
maybe.
if it, that's just my opinion. I don't know. This I like. I agree with you. I really liked the 2021 reboot. I thought it was fun. This built onto that, and it was definitely an improvement from the first one. This had awesome dumb action. The kills were great. The gore was great. Yeah, the story's a little silly because you're thrown right in. But fuck, man, I was smiling ear to ear as I'm watching this, and the theater like was reacting to all the stuff that I was reacting to. So I thought that was kind of fun and cool. It was a good movie going experience. My favorite character though is Kano. Yeah, he died in the first one. Yeah, he's in this one. Who cares? But it was fun. What's the guy's name with the swords? Is it Baraka or?
Yeah, Baraka. Yeah.
I thought it was cool to see that character on the big screen. Yeah, he looked a little silly, but fucking who cares? It's a Mortal Kombat movie. We know what we're getting with this movie. We're not expecting Academy Award winning level movie making. Yeah, some of the CGI was kind of hokey at times, but who cares? It was still fun, dumb movie. Anything else you want to add to this?
Yeah, and it sets up for a third one. So.
Oh yeah, I really hope we get the third one with the same director because he gets the assignment. He knows what this movie is going to be. It doesn't try to be something else. It doesn't try to be too dramatic. It stays in its lane and it just delivers some fun. So IMDb gave this a 7.0. Rotten Tomatoes critic score is 65%, which is higher than I really thought it was going to be. An audience score of 89%. That kind of shocks me too.
Oh yeah.
Hey, don't. My pussy's over here gonna fuck with my cord. Shoot. My cord. I hate this. Okay, she went away. It's about this time they start all racing around. So anyway, this audience score of 89% kind of shocked me too. Yeah. Rob, you gave this 67. I scored it a little high, a little generous because I had so much fun with this. I scored it an 80 for our number 2 movie and the Faces for Radio score of a 73.5. I thought this was a great score. I thought this was a fun movie. I will definitely be adding this to the shelf when it comes out. Yeah, will you be buying this?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I thought the story was the weakest point of the movie. Other than that, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. But we know what we're getting. It's
people. It's Super Mario. It's Super Mario for adults.
Great saying. You're 100% right. 100% right.
For grown-ups, yeah.
Yeah. We got some. Whoa! I didn't expect Mortal Kombat to be number 2. What was you thinking was going to be number 2? Molly says, "Oh, that sucked. This sucked ass. I was a 10-year-old. If I was a 10-year-old boy, I would have enjoyed it. Some of the humor was okay. Yeah, that was another thing. Carl Urban as Johnny Cage delivered some funny lines, and it wasn't over the top. And it was kind of cheesy at times, but I thought it worked. It was okay. But she said, other than that, I won't see it again. I will. I want to see it again. Okay. We got one movie left. Before we get to that, let's tell them when our next show. What did I do with it? Our next show will be June 3rd. We haven't picked the movies yet because we just kind of settled on a date earlier this evening. So we will be putting the movies out. I will be putting them on my Instagram. Hit me up there. I really need to put our Instagram stuff in the description. I always forget to do that. You can find us where can they find you at on Instagram?
Oh, at Big Knock 007.
And you can find me at TurnerFan77 on Instagram and Letterbox. Yeah, that's our stuff there. But next time I'll put it in the description because I always forget to do that. And we got
No problem. No worries.
She says, "Of course you will be rich." Hey, don't roll your eyes. Okay, everyone probably knows what our number one movie is, and that is the King of Pop, Michael Jackson, or Michael. Okay, I'm gonna take the lead on this.
All right.
Since I was a kid, I grew up in the part of Des Moines that was, this is lead me all, it was shitty. When I was a kid, like, it wasn't the best growing up experience. We lived in the ghetto. It sucked dick. It was just terrible. But Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5 music, like, was my escape. I remember listening to Jackson 5 like all the time, and then when Off the Wall, when I first discovered Off the Wall when I was a kid, I fell in love with that. And then you got Thriller came out, and I was in love with Michael Jackson. And I remember we lived next to a graveyard, and I take my boombox. Back in the day, there was no Bluetooth players.
That's right.
You had to take a cassette player with your boombox. I take it out to the graveyard, and I would hit play on the tape deck and fucking do my best, the best Mexican version of Dancing Like Thriller. Hey, knock that shit off. You're knocking out the cat, sorry. Doing Dancing in the Thriller. And I remember my mom and my grandma would yell, because we lived with my grandparents. They would fucking yell at me, "Get off the graveyard. That's disrespectful. You're dancing." I was like, "No, Michael Jackson dance. It's okay." I loved Michael Jackson so much. So when they fucking announced that Anton Fuqua was going to do the Michael biopic, I was fucking ecstatic. I couldn't wait to see this. So I go get my popcorn, I get my soda, I go sit down, watch this fucking movie. And as soon as the opening cue up I'm gonna be starting something, right? That opens the opening movie. Fuck it. I just tears come down. I cried. So I'll admit it. I had tears running down my eyes throughout this movie. That just, oh man, yes, this movie has a lot of problems, but the joy that it emotionally brought me, I can overlook those problems. Hopefully in part 2, they will fix those and kind of address some of the issues I had. But what is your initial reaction to Michael before we get into the negative part of it?
Yeah, I grew up in that time where I just got, I believe Off the Wall came out in 79, then Thriller in 83, and it just brings a tear to all of us. Like, when we remember those times when Michael was alive, and Beat It, and Pretty Young Thing, Wanna Be Starting Something, just to name a few. Well, for me, I think what this movie brought was the rise of Michael, how we remember. I never, I wish I hadn't seen him in concert, but this is like this next best thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Jafar Jackson, he embodied Michael. It's almost
100%.
Yeah, he's not doing, an impersonation. It's like, oh my god, you almost watching. Are we watching?
He became Michael.
Reincarnated almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got me a little teared up too.
Like, fuck, man. I left that movie theater just smiling. Like,
yeah,
it was, oh man. I know, like, they had to reshoot some of this movie because of a fuck up with the Michael Jackson.
Legalities, yeah.
Yeah,
About the
they had to
Michael
go back.
Jackson estate and
Yeah,
and-
so Anton Fuqua had to fucking go back, redo this. That's why it was delayed till this past April. Was it April? It came out in April. Yeah.
April.
But this was just, oh my gosh. The issues that I had were like they would just scratch the surface of something that I wanted more, and then they would cut to the music. Like, okay, we're not gonna go like his insecurities with his father. You know, Joe Jackson was a fucking huge piece of shit, but I wanted more of how Michael dealt with the issues he had with his dad. I wanted to see more of Michael with his brothers. Even Latoya, I wanted to see more his interaction with her. Janet Jackson declined to have her likeness be in the movie. I wish we could have got some of that. I know the timeline is kind of messed up in the beginning because he didn't get Bubbles, because Bubbles didn't come into the picture until Thriller, if I'm correct, and they kind of make it sound like he got him right after.
That's what I thought too. Yeah,
off the wall, and it's kind of, but that's I can look past all that, because again, the performances, but seeing Jafar become Michael, just oh man, grabbed my heartstring, and then seeing him perform it on, is it the Victory Tour again, on stage with the people playing his brothers. I thought that was great. And then we're ending at Bad. It's Bad, right?
Bad, yeah.
It ends with him getting ready to go on stage, and he performs. Is it Bad? He performs, right?
I believe Bad, yeah.
Oh, love it.
It ends about 88 or something like that.
Yes. This, I am going to own this movie. I don't buy steelbooks anymore, but I am so fucking tempted to get both. There's an Amazon exclusive, and then there's a Walmart exclusive steelbook. Fuck. I want this movie. I want to watch it again. I can't wait to see it again.
Crank it up. Crank your sound system up.
I'm almost to my T's in my collection, and I don't know if I can reach it. I don't even know where it's at. It's probably, I think it's over there. This is it. I own the Blu-ray, and this is it. I can't wait to watch that again because it's been a while. Anything else you want to say? Negative, positive about Michael?
Yeah, they kind of, you can tell it's real. It's real. It kind of reminded me of, same producer of Bohemian Rhapsody. They showed it's really controlled what they put in the film. But you know what? It's a love letter to us fans about the good times 100. With Michael and the rise. Yeah, like we know the allegations and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like a celebration, more like to his music and stuff. So if you're a fan, or you're gonna love this movie. The Whales. 100%. Yeah, it's not perfect, but.
And this was another great movie going experience, man. The crowd, the theater was just like full of happiness when I was watching it, and then just like it's hard to explain. You have to be there. You have to see this movie in theaters. I can't wait to hear it cranked up on my Dolby Atmos. I just fucking can't wait. You'll be buying this, I hope, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I was lucky. I got to see it in Dolby Cinema. So.
Oh, I don't even have one of those motherfuckers.
That was really nice, and I saw the last showing at 10 o'clock, and people are still like going crazy.
Yeah. So let's see what IMDb said, because I know there's going to be some issues here. IMDb gave it a 7.7. Rotten Tomatoes critic score is 39%. Fuck you, critics. Because all movie is subjective, but you're wrong. Look at the audience score, though, man. This is what the movies are made for. The movies are made for the general movie-going audience. It's not made for critics. It is made for people to escapism from the shitty world that we live in. And this is proof that the audience here, 97%. That makes me happy. Look at that. That really does. Rob, you scored this right on par with IMDb and gave it a 77. I gave it a 93 for a total score or an average score for The Faces for Radio of an 85. And that's our number one movie. I'm glad this turned out to be number one. We're either going to be a toss up between Mortal Kombat or Michael. But yeah, this I love this movie. Again, has its issues, has its problems. I acknowledge that, but I also fucking loved it. I can't wait to see it again. I keep saying that. Your closing thoughts on the movie, Michael?
Yeah. Also, like the standout for me, not only Jafar Jackson, but what's that? Coleman Domingo playing the father, Joe Jackson. He was really.
Oh yes, I'm glad you brought that up.
God, you really hate him.
Yeah, he does so good at being a fucking asshole. Yeah, especially like there's another thing where his dad takes a dig at him and about his nose, and he gets, he could. I wanted, like, I don't want to see no kid get fucking verbally abused, but I wanted to dive deeper into that, his emotional state, and I like also how you showed they showed what a kid he was inside, his love of Peter Pan and stuff. I liked that.
Yeah, they didn't show like the relationship he had with Brooke Shields and all that.
Oh yeah, because I did see some photos where they showed him and Diana Ross at Studio 54. Isn't it Studio 54?
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
They show him. There's a bunch of stuff that they shot for the first part. They cut it. I don't know. Maybe it'll be in part two. But who knows?
See, the problem is, like, a lot of these folks are still alive. They're like, hey man, you know what? They're probably going to hey, man, no man, I don't want you to show this.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, there's one line in here. That fucking movie I loved is when he acknowledged, if I don't do this, Prince is going to do it or something. That fucking made me laugh out loud. Yeah. They acknowledged the rivalry between Michael and Prince. They want to know, is there going to be a part two? Yes, it's been greenlit. I think it starts filming later this year or early 2027, depending. And honestly, I don't know if Anton Fuqua is going to come back. I know they're saying it, but I honestly don't believe he'll come back to direct the part two. But who knows?
I think that is pressure.
Yeah.
Some people are saying that the producer, that Graham King, had to do a lot to do with it.
Yeah, because they had to go. Anton Fuqua was probably pissed that because originally the movie was supposed to open with Michael in handcuffs.
Oh,
yes, handcuffs, and then
I didn't know that,
being arrested for the allegation, because the reason they had to reshoot it was there was a family that made allegations against Michael, and they settled out of court because you just don't want to fucking deal with it. And then in the settlement, they couldn't be acknowledged in any form, in a book, movie, TV, and the Michael Jackson estate forgot to tell the Anton Fuqua and his people that, oh yeah, you can't mention this person or even reference the case in any kind of media. And they did. Open the movie with him supposed to be in handcuffs, and it was supposed to start that scene and then go into what we saw in the movie, and it ends.
Man, I wish there was a director's cut, but that is all. I bet you Antoine Fuqua has a copy somewhere.
Oh yeah, but yeah,
we're not going to see that.
No. The Michael Jackson state, because you can't. It's legally binding. You can't put it in anything. But disappointing that Anton Fuqua didn't get to make the movie he originally wanted, but it still turned out okay. And I hope we do get some of the, I won't say dirt, but some of the reality of the life Michael lived, because it needs to be out there. Michael wasn't perfect. Do I believe the allegations against him? I try to separate the art from the person, but I'm just my personal belief. You can make fun of me, whatever you want. I don't believe the allegations. I think he was just somebody that was messed up in the head, that didn't have a childhood, didn't really grow up normal, and I think it was something that was he didn't know how to deal with being an adult and being a kid the whole time. But yeah, I can't wait for part two. We'll say you excited for part two?
Oh yeah. I hope they delve more into that,
Mm-hmm.
the psyche and all that, how he got to that. But we'll see what they can show or not. But
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
that's the these biopics. You got the family still around, and
Yeah,
you're kind of like hands behind your back. What you can what you can show and all that.
yeah. I
But
think even his daughter kind of jumped. Is like, okay, some of this is fiction. She wasn't. I have issues with Paris Jackson. I'm not a fan of her, but that's just me. Let's wrap this up because we're sitting at 45 minutes.
all right.
Keep it under an hour. Yeah, 100%. No one's perfect. We're all human. We all make mistakes. But yeah, these are our 5 movies. Number 5 was Pizza Movie. Number 4 was
Desert Warrior.
Desert Warrior. Number 3 was Apex. Number 2 was Mortal Kombat 2. Finish him. And then number 1 was The King of Pop, Michael. That was our number 1 movie. We'll be back June 3rd with 5 more movies to review and score. Anything else you got coming up, man? Anything fun you're gonna be doing?
I just picked up Blue Thunder on 4K on Amazon here, so.
Oh, I like
Blue
that.
Thunder.
That's cool. That's cool. I just purchased Send Help on 4K and Wuthering Heights. I like that movie. Fuck you if you don't. I'll film as ejected, but I really dug that movie.
I never seen that. I gotta check it out.
It's Margot Robbie, and
I heard it's pretty wild.
It is.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Oh wait, here we go. Let's see here. Any insights on the upcoming 5? No. Because we just picked a date and I haven't looked at the movie release calendar for before June 3rd. But I will if you follow me on Instagram at TurnerFan77 and Big Knock for Rob's Instagram.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be doing that. That's where I'll be putting the movies at for
good question.
next episode. Hopefully within next week, let's try to have them done by Friday so I can get them posted what the 5 movies are. But yeah, sorry we don't have them tonight. That is my fault. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I got caught up on The Boys finally. I can't wait for the final episode next week. I think I got 2 movies left in my S section of my collection, so I can't wait to start the T section. And that's it for me. Anything else, man?
Oh no, I'm that's it for me too. I'm gonna go see In the Gray tomorrow, I think.
Oh yeah, that's the guy, Richie. I remember you saying that. I'm looking forward to seeing Obsession next week. That might be one of my picks for next episode. Okay, spoiler. That's gonna be one of my picks for.
All right. Yeah, me too. In the Gray. In the Gray. So
there's 2 of the movies out of the 5. Well, thanks for watching, guys. God bless. Watch some movies. Be kind to one another, and take care.
We'll see you. Thank you.
See you guys.